There has been some unexpected news from OpenAI that comes as a genuine surprise, especially considering their plans to release their frontier models this year. Let's delve into what's happening, as this development was so startling that it even caught me off guard, with no prior indications that anyone else needed to leave OpenAI. Let's take a closer look at the situation. A well-known service, which frequently provides industry insights and news about top tech companies, has reported a significant development. They revealed that a trio of OpenAI leaders take leave of absence. This is particularly concerning given that these are some of OpenAI's most prominent figures, and their departure comes during a crucial period of momentum for the company. So what we can see here is at the start, they said Greg Brockman, OpenAI's president and one of 11 co-founders of the artificial intelligence firm, is taking an extended leave of absence. Another co-founder and key leader, John Schulman, has decamped to Anthropic, a fierce rival founded by ex-OpenAI researchers. And Peter Deng, a product leader who joined the company last year after leading products at Meta platforms Uber and Airtable, has also left, according to a person with direct knowledge of the moves. What we have here is a surprising number of people leaving OpenAI, with some even moving to Anthropic. This is particularly unexpected, given the assumption that OpenAI would experience a period of stability following earlier internal dramas. Recall that after those challenges, OpenAI implemented some restructuring, particularly with its board, suggesting any lingering issues would have been resolved then. However, the current wave of departures indicates that, despite these changes, people are choosing to leave OpenAI once again. This situation is particularly shocking because one of the key figures at OpenAI, the co-founder and current president Greg Brockman, made a statement on Twitter today. He essentially said that, "I'm taking a sabbatical through end of year. First time to relax since co-founding OpenAI 9 years ago. The mission is far from complete. We still have a safe AGI to build." This is essentially Greg Brockman stating that he will be taking a sabbatical or some time off. However, I'm not entirely convinced, and I acknowledge this might be my own opinion. Let me show you an example that makes me doubt whether Greg Brockman will return to OpenAI. Here is a tweet from Andrej Karpathy, who previously worked at Tesla for several years, contributing remarkable research and innovation. He basically tweeted in 2022 that he was going to take some time off to rest and travel after almost 5 years at Tesla, and I'm going to be excited to, be coming back to all the robots and having them at my fingertips again, and Elon Musk even responded, saying that Andrej Karpathy was on a 4-month sabbatical. However, after his sabbatical, Andrej Karpathy did not return to Tesla. You might wonder why I'm comparing Greg Brockman to Andrej Karpathy. It's simply because what we've observed in recent years at top tech companies is that when someone announces a sabbatical on Twitter, there's a notable example, Karpathy, that suggests there is a possibility they might not come back. If this proves true for Greg Brockman, the implications could be quite devastating for OpenAI. Greg Brockman is not just your typical leader who walks around and gives orders. Some people might think that's what management does, but he is a 10x engineer. If you don't know what that is, it's essentially Silicon Valley slang for a programmer who is 10 times as productive as the average worker. The reason I find Greg Brockman's extended absence concerning is that OpenAI is already experiencing a significant number of departures. Additionally, those who have worked with him often describe him as a 10x engineer, which underscores his immense value and influence within the company. You can see that Aravind Srinivas, who worked at Google and OpenAI before founding Perplexity, actually described Greg Brockman in a rather interesting way. He said that the hardest working person at OpenAI is Greg Brockman. We have to ask ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, if the hardest working person at OpenAI, Greg Brockman, is now leaving. An article about Greg Brockman describes how he writes software from scratch, codes at some of the deepest levels, and fundamentally understands how all the programs and systems work together. Such exceptional engineering talent is rare and irreplaceable, making his potential departure even more concerning for the future of OpenAI. We have to wonder, with such a crucial figure like Greg Brockman leaving for an extended period, What exactly is happening at OpenAI to warrant this departure? It's genuinely remarkable that this is occurring, and it's also quite concerning, especially given that several individuals have already left OpenAI earlier this year. It will be fascinating to see how OpenAI manages to continue operating effectively moving forward, considering that one of their key members has gone on sabbatical and others have left. This raises significant questions about the stability and future direction of the organization. Another piece of news that's equally important is quite fascinating. John Schulman, who played a pivotal role in the creation of ChatGPT, has made a statement. Let's take a look at what he had to say. He said, "I've shared the following note with my OpenAI colleagues today. I've made the difficult decision to leave OpenAI. This choice stems from my desire to deepen my focus on AI alignment and to start a new chapter of work where I can return to hands-on technical work." The most interesting part is that he says, "I've decided to pursue this goal at Anthropic," which is incredible. This is incredible and quite concerning. John Schulman, a key figure who was instrumental in the creation of ChatGPT, is actually leaving OpenAI to pursue his goals at a rival firm. So he says that this is, I believe I can gain new perspectives and do research alongside people deeply engaged with the topics I'm most interested in. To be clear, I'm not leaving due to lack of support for alignment research at OpenAI. On the contrary, company leaders have been very committed to investing in this area. My decision is a personal one based on how I want to focus my efforts in the next phase of my career. I think this is one of the most impactful pieces of news, as a truly integral part of OpenAI's team has suddenly left to join Anthropic. This isn't about a safety issue, which some might argue is less concerning because the systems aren't that advanced yet. Instead, this departure is about someone believing they can have a better experience or make a greater impact at another company. It's surprising that someone would leave OpenAI to return to hands-on technical work elsewhere, which highlights the significant shift in dynamics and priorities within the team. This development is genuinely surprising and noteworthy. He also says here that I'm proud of what we've all achieved together at OpenAI, building an unusual and unprecedented company with a public benefit mission, and also stating that, I get too much credit for ChatGPT. Him then stating that this is why he's leaving is just so incredible because he's going to a rival firm. This is quite concerning. The departures of John Schulman, Greg Brockman, and the vice president of product lead suggest potential internal issues at OpenAI. Having 3 senior members leave or take a sabbatical is troubling. As mentioned earlier, we aren't really sure if Greg Brockman will be returning. This situation raises questions about the stability and internal dynamics at OpenAI. I am genuinely concerned because this is not the kind of news you want to hear, especially with only a few months left before the possible release of the frontier model. Looking at the wider situation, we know that just this year alone, 14 high-ranking individuals have left OpenAI for other teams and startups. This trend of departures could significantly impact the company's ability to maintain its momentum and achieve its goals. So Ilya Sutskever, co-founder and chief scientist, left in May. He was described as a linchpin to OpenAI's success. Jan Lake, co-leader of the Super Alignment Group, also left in May. John Schulman departed in August to join Anthropic. Greg Brockman took an extended leave. Peter Dung, vice president of consumer product, left. Daniel Katalov left in February. William Saunders from the Super Alignment team left in February. Leopold Aschenbrenner from the Super Alignment team also left. Pavlos Milo, a member of the Super Alignment team, was fired. EVAA, a lead engineer, left after 3.5 years. Logan Kilpatrick left for Google. Diane Yoon, vice president of people, left in May. Andrei Charkarpathy left in March. And of course, Chris Clark also departed. These departures, especially of key figures, are highly concerning and suggest potential underlying issues within OpenAI. This exodus of talent could significantly impact OpenAI's future developments and operations. This list of individuals is remarkable, consisting not just of standard operations staff, but of people who were truly integral to the company. I'm curious about how OpenAI is managing to fill these roles. given that many of these individuals are irreplaceable. In the current competitive AI talent market, retaining talent is incredibly challenging, with high salaries being offered. I'm genuinely wondering how OpenAI will navigate through this situation. And that concludes our deep dive into the latest happenings at OpenAI. The departure of so many key figures raises important questions about the future of the company and its upcoming projects. While the AI industry remains highly competitive, OpenAI's next steps will be crucial in maintaining its momentum and reputation. Thank you for watching. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more updates on the latest in tech and AI. Don't forget to hit the bell icon to be notified whenever we upload new content. Share your thoughts in the comments below. How do you think these changes will impact OpenAI's future? We'd love to hear from you. Stay tuned, stay curious, and we'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and keep exploring the AI.